Hello there, my name is Claire. Welcome back to my channel. For this week's video, I'm going to be doing a realistic apartment in The Sims 4, and I wanted to do this apartment because it is a smaller apartment and I am a little bit busy in my real life right now doing a lot of traveling. So if you have any small build suggestions, I would love to hear them down in the comments. And while you're down there, please remember to hit the like and subscribe button. These things really do help people on YouTube grow and help get these smaller creators like myself out there. So if you haven't yet, make sure to do all the YouTube things that can really help support small creators. We're going to be starting this apartment off in the kitchen and going to making this kind of a cozy little space. It is a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment designed for a family of 4. I stayed in a apartment similar to this for a little while our family home was being built, like 10 or more years ago. And so I had a little bit of like pre knowledge going into this build of like what a realistic apartment would look like. Obviously, it is a different floor plan than the apartment my family was living in for that period of time while our house was being built. But now we're going to be working on the entryway to this apartment. I wanted to make sure I got the kitchen space done first because I wasn't sure how far it would go into the entryway space. So we're just going to be adding a little drop zone area, have a mirror and a stack of books, very simple. And this is the point of the video where this apartment becomes what I declare as a realistic apartment because has a laundry room slash utility room. And I know some of the utilities, like the electrical panel box, is like technically in the entryway of the home. Unfortunately, I could not move it, and so it had to stay out in the entryway of the apartment. I wish we could move it. I don't mind like having it there. I kind of like having it in the apartment. I just wish I could have moved it into this space where the rest of the utilities are. This apartment also comes with rats, which maybe you wouldn't want to play in, but again, I felt like that helped with like the realisticness of the apartment. When my family was in an apartment, it did not have rats. At least I don't remember it having rats. So we're just going to be adding some storage to the laundry room and going to be adding another little laundry hamper and going to be adding a chair into the entryway. If you're new to my channel, I love having a little chair in the entryway because I like sitting down to take on and off my shoes, and so it just kind of clicks to have like a chair in the entryway of homes and apartments for me. But now we are in the primary bedroom for the apartment. So this is like where the parents would be staying. I went for a nice electric blue for this apartment, and everything else is pretty much electric blue except for the wood tones and the side tables, and obviously the walls and the carpet is more neutral. So we're just going to be adding a picture frame TV. This came with like a battle pass in The Sims 4 like 2 Christmases ago. And we're just going to be adding a rug. This area is very simple. Wanted to just use the base game and the City Living expansion pack for this build. I've been trying to go very minimum with my packs I use this year, so if there is a specific pack you want to see me build with, make sure to leave a comment down below and I might build it. I don't have all of the Sims 4 packs, so there's a chance that I might not be able to build with that pack you suggest, but it's mostly the newer packs. I have pretty much all of the older packs, so if you have any build suggestions for me, again, just make sure to leave it down in the comments. We're now just going to be figuring out where to put the dresser for the space. I want to have like a tall dresser and a short dresser for this space just to kind of help maximize storage in this apartment. And so I ended up moving the shorter dresser into this little nook where I raised up the walls. I was imagining that they would be like air duct systems for the unit and maybe the whole building, and so that's like why they're there. Just to kind of make the nook look a little bit more intentional. But now we are in the primary ensuite, the bathroom for this bedroom, and we're just going to be keeping it super simple in here. If you're familiar with my videos, I love a 2x3 sized bathroom. I can get everything in here in a cozy space. This bathroom also has a shower tub combo, and then the second bathroom that I will be showing you just has a shower in it. So we're just going to be finishing up this space, going to be adding a little like bonsai trimming tray just for a skill building item in the corner. Since this is a apartment and a smaller apartment, I wanted to put a plant in that corner anyway, and so I thought I might as well make it a skill building item. So we're just going to be adding some pictures in this dresser nook area, and we're going to be finishing up the primary bedroom and going to be now working on the main living space. So we're going to first start off with the TV because in this day and age, their TV is kind of like the center point of the living room. So we're just going to be adding these couches from the base game. These look like the most durable couches and since this is designed for a family, I felt like that was a good, safe option to put in the living room. Wanted to add a little bookshelf in the corner because I was gonna put a desk right there, but it just looked a little crowded, especially right in front of the door. So I wanted to move the desk in another part of the apartment. But before we get to the office corner, I'm going to be making a little play corner for the kids. So very simple play area. Has a dollhouse and a teddy bear, and we're just going to be adding a lunchbox. I do come back to the front of the apartment to add a second lunchbox and backpack because I kind of decided halfway through that this is going to be a apartment for a family of four, but I wasn't quite sure if it was going to be a toddler or if it was going to be a second child. So that's why I come back to add the secondary backpack and lunchbox. So we're just going to be adding some pillows onto the chairs, just kind of soften it up a little bit, make it look a little bit more comfy because they do look stiff. The fabric on this couch looks stiff, which does help with that durability that I was going for. But now we're going to be working on the office corner slash paint corner. So we're just going to be adding a computer, very helpful in The Sims to have a computer on your lot. And if not on your lot, you can go to a library in the game to use a computer. But we're just going to be adding a cute little rug in the play area, and now we're going to be working on the art easel corner. And this part was a little bit hard because I wanted to make sure I was giving enough space for the rat holes, which might sound counterintuitive, like why don't you just cover up the rat holes, but I was trying to be easy on you if you decide to play in this apartment and keep them exposed so it will be easier for when your Sims need to call an exterminator to easily get to those areas of the apartment. So now we are going to be working on the deck area or the balcony area for this apartment. And you do see a little like garden area in the corner, but I do replace that with a seating area. I wanted to use the couches that came with the laundry day pack, and so I wanted to make sure I included a lot of items from that pack because that is the only way to play with laundry is if you buy the laundry day pack. So you'll see that change in a moment, but first we're just going to work on the bathroom for the hallway and for the second bedroom, and then we're going to be working on the kid space. So this bathroom is pretty simple. Like I mentioned earlier, this bathroom has a shower. The other bathroom has the shower tub combo, and it is the same like space. Just has a different orientation with the door placement, and we're just going to be adding the same rugs to kind of keep that consistency going between the two bathrooms. And we're just going to be adding some artwork and going to be going outside once again to add that little seating area I wanted in the corner. I think maybe like the building or the manager of the building doesn't really want like garden space out here, and so they just have like another like seating area out here next to the picnic table. Did want to have some like floral flowers, so there is still a bit of that like green and spring feel in this apartment. So we're just going to be now heading into the last space of the apartment, which is the kids' bedroom. It's a very cozy bedroom. I wanted to use these beds that came with the City Living expansion pack, just so I knew that we were both getting our money's worth of the City Living expansion pack and not just using one item from each pack. I try to be mindful of my pack usage in my builds, hence why I am focusing on this theme of doing mostly limited pack builds this year in 2026. So we're just going to be adding a side table that both kids will be sharing, and I do add a desk into this room for a little homework spot, but they can obviously do their homework in the living room or in the kitchen space. So we're just going to be adding a dresser and going to be adding this desk from the City Living pack. I kind of forgot about this desk until I was doing the office space in the apartment, and like, wait, I should be using this desk. And so I do use it for the kids space, and you can see I'm just adding some laundry baskets for the Sims to collect their laundry. I have one for each Sim in this bedroom, so we're just going to be adding some items onto the desk. I was trying to keep this room very neutral so you can easily switch in and out the items for your own sim kids with their own personalities. I do have one side where it's kind of more pink and bunnies, and then the other side is blue and robots, but very easy to switch out. I was kind of thinking maybe like a tomboy on the blue side and then like a more girly girl on the pink side. Again, you can just easily switch out these items, and going to now be adding a rug into the space. So we're just going to be finishing up this video. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. I post new videos every single Tuesday, and if you have any build suggestions for me, make sure to leave them down in the comments. If you want to play in this apartment, it is called 19 Culpepper House, and the easiest way to find it would be to go to my Sims 4 gallery and then filter by rooms. so it will be easier to find, and I post new videos every single Tuesday, so I hope to see you all next week for another Sims 4 video. Bye!